Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Thought we might start with, something cultured. Because there's a lot of madness going on, and this might just help. Sort of smooth things over.
A rock, a river, a tree.
Right. Feel better about things? Let me give it to you one more time.
A rock, a river, a tree.
Beautiful.
I do not feel better.
Really?
I mean, granted, I'm just a jaded individual.
What if I were to say the question to everyone's answer is usually asked from within, but the patterns of the rain and the truth they contain have written my life on your skin. Would that make you feel better?
Nope.
Okay. Wow, so poetry's not doing it for you.
Oh, it never does. Poetry sucks as a general rule, let's be honest.
All right.
Sorry. I'm not your intended audience, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, apparently not. All right, well, that's fine. That's fine.
Did you write that?
No, I did not. Steve Miller did.
Oh, okay.
The poet Steve Miller and his band.
Now I know what you're talking about. The Space Cowboy.
Right.
Oh, no.
Well, some people call him the Space Cowboy.
Sorry.
Some call him the Gangster of Love.
Yeah. Maurice.
Some people call him Maurice. But the important thing is he speaks with the pompous of love.
Of love.
Hey, Biden's approval is down again.
Aw.
Ever so slightly. It went from 38% in the Quinnipiac poll to 37%.
I won't hear of it.
52% disapprove. 12%, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. Jeez, how can you not know at this point? Also, according to the Quinnipiac poll, Congress's approval rating, not doing that well either. Let's see. They have a 30% approval rating, 60% disapproval. For Republicans, it was 23 to 65. But, I mean, overall, 30 to 60, they're 30 points underwater for Congress. People just don't like them. Do not approve of what they're doing. And they just keep doing it. Yep. They don't care.
Back when times were a little more sane, wasn't it true that cockroaches had a higher favorability than Congress?
Yes. Can you imagine that now? If you were to ask, I mean, everybody would pick cockroaches over Congress.
Oh, yeah, 100-0. Yep.
It would be 100% cockroaches. Oh, man.
Yeah, and I would go so far as to say cockroaches that have, like crawled on me in my sleep and stuff like that, like those individual cockroaches I hold in higher regard than this Congress.
Yes. Yeah.
And don't be calling them palmetto bugs, South Carolina. I see you trying to dress it up at the Chamber of Commerce. They're roaches.
Why do they call them that?
I don't know. It's because they're bigger. They're like rounder looking, and they're in South Carolina, the Palmetto State. And one crawled across my face one night while I was sleeping. And I wake up quick, man. I am a light sleeper. I grab that guy right off my face. And
what'd you do with him? Did you give him his own separate room?
As he's shaking around in my hand, I turn on the lamp and I just chuck it against the wall. Right?
Yeah. Kill it?
It didn't kill it, but it like stunned him long enough for me just to jump up and down like a daggum ape. And
then you killed it?
Oh, I killed it.
Okay.
That's only one of many experiences. It would take an entire program to go through me versus cockroaches.
When we first moved to Houston, after a few months, I dropped a full dictionary on a cockroach here, and didn't faze him a bit.
Bro.
He just bench pressed the dictionary for a while.
Yeah, and just mocked you, right? To your face?
Laughed right in my face.
Oh.
Laughed in my face.
I had a 4 a.m. battle royale at a Charleston radio station where I'm sitting there with a big box of paper, printer paper. It's full, and I'm just dropping it on him. And he's crawling out, and he's going under the next cubicle. And I pick up that thing, and I go over there, and it went on for like 4 cubicles. Finally, when I jumped up and down on top of the box of paper.
Then it did? Killed him?
Yeah.
We lost him. We lost him.
Yeah.
And yet, we like those creatures better than Congress.
And I don't want to jinx myself, knock on wood, but the only time I dropped a naughty word on the air was because a roach in Charleston crawled across my foot while I was on the air.
Dude, that's nasty.
They are so nasty. But they're better than Congress, like you said.
Yeah, but better than Congress. Jon Gruden got fired. We've talked about that a couple of times, I think. And he wrote some emails 10 years ago that were incendiary for sure. I mean, they were bad emails, but they were private emails. They were emails probably nobody else should know about anyway. But now it's in the light of day, and now everybody's digging up these other quotes that he's actually spoken out loud.
Yeah.
Now, he's already been fired, so what else are you going to do to him? I mean, he lost his $10 million a year job. He's out. And he's been disgraced.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of these quotes, honestly.
I wasn't either.
Somebody sent them to us.
But, yeah, Pat had Pilot Beauty.
Pilot Beauty.
Sent these.
Yeah, these are stunning.
Apparently, yeah, people are digging around, and they found some really
And these were
really
said
racist
in
things.
public, correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
In public, in some cases, to reporters.
Oh, boy.
Like this quote. I mean, you got the first mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice-looking guy.
Oh, no.
I mean, speaking of Barack Obama here, that's a storybook, man.
Oh, my.
In fact, I think we have the audio of that.
Do
I
it?
mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African-American who was articulate and
Weird
bright
that it
and
doesn't sound like Gruden.
clean and nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is awful. He must have had a cold or something.
Yeah,
that didn't
did not-
sound like the Jon Gruden I've heard many times.
No.
Then he said this, actual quotation marks around it.
Oh, boy.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
What?
Wow, meaning, white kids aren't poor, and they're bright, but some poor kids could be. In fact, we have some audio of that.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
What?
Again, that's just weird.
But, I mean, it's got his picture and the quote
I know.
right next to him, so it has to be him.
I know.
Wow. I mean, this guy should have definitely resigned.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
In fact, anybody that says these quotes, I would just say, go ahead and resign.
He apparently also said, you cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Oh.
He's not even joking.
Coach Gruden.
He says it out loud.
Oh, no.
Out loud he said it.
In Delaware, the
largest
growth in population
Weird.
is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
And he's not joking. He's seriously racist. So I'm really glad Gruden got fired because that's... I'm sorry. I can't abide that. Can't abide it.
This is tough. I don't like it.
Then he said, well, I tell you what, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
What?
It's like a he's the
prerequisite?
only coach they can like.
Oh, my.
Wow.
This is tough.
And I think do we have audio of that too? Jeez.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Oh,
wow.
Come on, Coach.
It's quite a declaration.
Okay, so okay, what if Jon Gruden, does he have anything to lose at this point?
No.
Why doesn't he just hold his phone up, record this? Hey, everybody, just Coach Gruden here. I just wanted to read a few quotes for you here, and then just put that out there, and then let everyone else figure it out. Because he will make news saying anything right now.
Yeah.
Anything at all that he says will be newsworthy and will be a part of broadcasts on national news. And you will have to admit that that's Joe Biden's quotes. Oh, my gosh.
Isn't it amazing
This has to be done.
how much more racist all of these things are than anything than Jon Gruden said?
Yep.
Jeez. Just despicable what that guy gets away with. How is it possible? Not only did it get away with it, he became the man he was talking about. He became his vice president. That's just unreal.
Yeah, but then when these quotes were finally unearthed, his political career done, right? Just stopped.
Yeah, it was so done he was elected president of the United States. So
Elected. Yeah, that's right. Sure was. Okay, well, there's power in the D. We've talked about that. That D can deflect anything, man.
yeah, true. Yes. If Jon Gruden was a well-known extreme left-wing douchebag, he'd probably still have his job.
Well, yeah, they would have taken the same tact that they took with, say, Bill Clinton. Oh, that's his private life. That was a private
Yeah,
communication.
and it was 10 years ago. Leave him alone. We shouldn't even know about those quotes. What people say in their off time, in the privacy of their own homes, I mean, he shouldn't have said it, but it shouldn't be public knowledge anyway. Leave him alone.
I mean, I love the calls for open up all the emails, I like that. Let's do this.
Yeah, you should. And what do they have? 500,000 or 600,000 of them?
It's up there.
Just a ton of them. So, yeah, let's see. And then let's see what all of these coaches in the NFL, in the NBA, in Major League Baseball, let's open up all their private emails to everybody.
And it was such a simple yet profound tweet from Sabes84, a member of this audience, who's like, how many times in the average day do you think the N-word is said in an NFL locker room?
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, if you held this same
Can't even
standard,
imagine.
there'd be no players, there'd be no owners, nobody would be left untouched to one degree or another by opening up all of these communications.
So true. There'd be, I mean, everyone would be excused for doing it because it's okay if the NFL players do it. The black NFL players, the white ones will be drummed out of society. But if a black NFL player calls another black NFL player that word, yeah, it's fine. That's just how they communicate with each other. Don't worry about it. They can say it. You just can't. Oh, all right.
Good times.
That's interesting. Is there a number people can call?
Yeah.
Ivan?
Yeah. You know what? Let me look this up for you.
All right.
The number people can call if they would like to chime in on this is going to be Roger Goodell at NFL.com. I don't have the phone number here. Oh, here we go. It's going to be 212-450-2000. That's the number.
All right. Good.
People can call.
Good. Democrats met with Joe Biden yesterday. Representative Jayapal described how awesome President Biden really is.
Oh, cool.
This is fun.
Did he talk to you about any deadlines that he wants, if it's not October 31st, which, of course, the House Speaker has said?
The president is the inspirer. He is the closer. He is the convincer. The mediator in chief. He really is doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, that doesn't go far enough at all.
Wait, what was it? Inspirer, closer. What was the other one? I know it was mediator in chief. Oh my gosh.
Really bad.
They try so hard to make it seem. No, he's really, really
he's
great.
so sharp.
Oh, yes.
And his memory, I think he's got a photographic memory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's incredible. He was in there doing all kinds of quadratic functions.
Really?
Yeah. And he actually changed E equals MC squared.
Wow.
To finally make sense. And he solved it now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did he talk to you about any deadlines that he...
Tell us.
So good.
How great is he, Congresswoman?
Which, of course,
Yeah, tell us.
The president is the inspirer.
Okay.
The inspirer.
He is the closer.
Closer.
He is the convincer.
Convincer.
The mediator in chief.
Oh.
He really
Mediator
is
in
doing
chief.
a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal.
I mean, there's a little bit too much praise going on in that clip.
Phenomenal.
Stop!
He is all things to all people. He really is.
In
He's
reality,
that good. He's that good.
He probably had his head down the whole meeting. Might have even heard a little snoring.
What?
Somebody
is
probably
the pudding here?
Wipe his chin, get that drool off.
I got some spit on my chin.
You are an inspiration. The fact that you have full-blown dementia, and yet you are the leader of the free world. I mean, you're a closer.
You're incredible.
You're phenomenal.
You're phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
The convincer.
Well, here he is in action yesterday.
Oh, good.
That same Joe Biden who is all these things.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how inspiring this is.
Okay.
I tell you what, I would like to learn it. Just leave that, they'll come again.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
What? No one. Look. What was that?
I tell you what, I would like to learn. And this comments.
He goes up there.
What
he's
was
standing
that?
at the podium. Literally nobody at this event is paying attention to this bumbling old man at the podium.
Mm-hmm.
He's just looking. He's like,
Let's see that again.
what is?
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I would like to learn it.
What? How to speak?
Just leave that, they'll come again.
And then I no idea what
Then
that
he gives
last
up.
part was.
Then he gives up, and he's
Yeah.
like, well, no one's gonna pay attention. I'll walk away
Right.
now. Did he think they were gonna stop playing that crappy music? What was that? I mean,
That's so weird. That is so weird.
yeah, but somebody made the point, was the band playing God Bless America there the same band that does Jeffy's theme coming up? 'Cause there was some notes that were missed. Anyway.
Sounds like they were just warming up or something, right?
Yeah, let's
They must have been.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wow. All right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how he continues to hold this position when he's so clearly incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Also, the Senate could take a big step today in changing how we vote in this country.
Oh, good. Thank you.
As Chucky Schumer talking about it.
Oh, gosh.
Our Republican colleagues don't like our ideas for fighting voter suppression and guarding against election subversion, then they ought to tell us what they have in mind. If they're so confident of their position, then let's debate the issue on the Senate floor.
Yeah.
What is there to be afraid of by allowing simply a debate? Democrats are ready to work with Republicans in good faith if they vote to begin a debate on voting rights. We know disagreements run deep. We don't hide from that. But if our Republican colleagues have good ideas, we'll work with them.
Okay.
We'll listen to them.
As long as they agree with everything
the goals of this
we
bill
believe.
to protect our democracy, we'll work to include them in the final text.
Sure you will.
As long
of course you will.
As long as Republican goals are
exactly in line with Democrat goals.
To protect our democracy.
Can we stop?
I give you my word as a Biden.
That's unbelievable.
Just have to have good ideas.
Yeah, if you'd have a good idea from time to time, somewhere along the line of Karl Marx's ideas. If you could come up with something like he came up with, then we could agree on some things. Why don't you agree more or have more ideas like Karl Marx? Why?
We got to stop election subversion, Pat, because that's what Democrats want. Man, that's why you're in power, guy.
In Texas, for instance, voting didn't start until last Monday.
Well, that's 3 days ago?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
October 18th.
Just this past Monday, which was, you might recognize, October 18th.
Mm-hmm.
The actual election is November
the 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so early voting started October 18th.
Yeah, I went and I voted yesterday, and I talked to the lady about voting hours and stuff. I think she said 9 to 5 this week, then catch this. The next week after this, 7 to 7. So they actually expand the hours as we get closer to the election to make it easier.
Why aren't they running 24 hours a day? Why? Why are they doing that kind of voter suppression? You know how many people want to vote at 3 in the morning? Millions.
Hello.
Billions.
I'd do it.
Yes.
Okay, you should call Chuck Schumer and say, I've got an idea, Chuck. 24/7 voting.
Yeah, in New York. How about it?
Yeah, and know what? In swing states, it gives you more time to count the votes.
Jeez.
Chuck.
So ridiculous.
Don't call him with that idea. We don't need that idea.
And they're calling Texas a voter suppression state. And October 18th, you can vote anywhere in the county that you reside in. You don't even have to go to your actual precinct. You can vote anywhere in the county in early voting. And the only time you have to vote in your own precinct is on election day itself. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And 7 to 7, you got 12 hours a day for a week. And you can't make that happen?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
So
it's asinine.
On my ballot, I just had a bunch of propositions in the state that are up. But in South Lake, where they've been the center of all the of
the school board stuff,
CRT fun stuff. Yeah, there's a big election happening there, so I'd be interested to see.
Is there?
Yeah, because you had one camp on one side of the building and one camp on the other, like the pro-teacher lady and the pro-parent lady. Anyway. I think it was a guy. I don't even know.
Another school board election?
Yeah. So
nice.
So South Lake is definitely in a time of transformation.
Yeah, they're taking control. They're taking back their school board, which is what you need to do. That's what they should be doing in Loudoun County right now.
And keep in mind, I voted on Tuesday, October 19th, and there was a line in the middle of the day.
Was there really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
So when I went in, I went straight in, right? And then you always feel good whether you're at a restaurant or you're voting or something like this, and you go and you're straight in, right? And then you come out, and there's literally 15 people in line. You're like, whoa, I got in just in time. Don't mind it, but do. Mm-hmm. So there was a line, definitely. So
nice.
We'll see. Mm-hmm.
All right, good. 888-900-3393. Got to tell you about Keeps. Keeps, you got a million reasons to be stressed out. Right now, we got supply chain issues. You got COVID-19. You got the wokeness going on. Whether or not you can keep your job because you don't want the vaccine and they're insisting you get it. Could be a lot of things stressing you out and making your male pattern baldness or receding hairline worse. But the good news is Keeps can help. Keeps offers the same doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair loss treatment, but they use the generic versions, so you only pay about half the price. It's a great deal. And one more thing you'll love about Keeps, you do everything online. You don't have to go anywhere. So easy. Just go online, answer a few questions, snap some pictures and post those, and then a licensed doctor reviews all that, and we'll send you the right hair loss treatment for you. And then it's shipped directly to your door. So don't make trips to the doctor or the pharmacy. You can do this all at home. Go to Keeps.com, KEEPS.com/Pat for 50% off your first order of hair loss treatments. That's Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Yeah. Jen Psaki. Mocking questions from the reporters again, and in particular, of course, Peter Doocy, who was asking about the supply chain problems that we're having right now. And so here's what happened with Jen Psaki, and I believe Peter Doocy's asking.
No, let's see.
Isn't it?
He was asking, I think, over the migrant flights. Wasn't the other guy talking about the supply chain? Or is that wrong? We're just trying to figure out which one you want. You want supply chain. What's
give me supply chain, whoever it is. I know Doocy's in one of them.
On the supply chain issue.
Yeah.
That's not Peter Doocy.
Actions that the president has taken. It was clear in March of 2020 when COVID hit that the supply chains across the world had been disrupted. Even as the sort of work to fight back against COVID proceeded, it was crystal clear that things were not improving on supply chain. People couldn't get dishwashers and furniture and treadmills delivered on time, not to mention all sorts of other things. So why is
the tragedy of the treadmill that's delayed?
Right, the treadmill.
I swear, these people.
The tragedy of the treadmill delay. Shut up. What arrogance.
Yep, they don't care.
They don't care one whit about the American people. I don't care if it is a treadmill you're waiting for. You shouldn't have to.
No, at this point, they want us to just simply accept the third worldification of our nation.
Yes.
At this point, it's the norm. Sorry.
This is what these Marxists have always wanted for the United States of America, and now they're getting it. And so those of us who don't like it, because we want the greatness of this country to continue, so we're mocked now. Oh, I'm sorry. The tragedy of the treadmill. When we don't have food on the grocery store shelves, she gonna mock that too? The tragedy of the bread delay. What do you want to eat? You want toast? Is that what you want? Wow. Like you're not fat enough already? That's what we'll get. That's what we'll get when it's food shortages. That's what we'll get when there's gas shortages and food shortages and our electricity is going off intermittently or maybe, permanently. They won't care. And they're the cause of this stuff.
Well, as far as the food shortages go, they'll say, well, I think it's an opportunity for Americans to look into some sort of assistance from the government. We could provide some of those needs. And when it comes to something like the electricity going off, they'll just say, see, we need more federal regulation. You can't trust places like Texas on their own.
Yeah.
It's all about control. And
then we should have switched to renewable energy sooner.
Yep.
We've been talking about this the whole time. We've been telling you solar and wind are the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
These people are absolutely despicable.
And it's a plan.
Despicable.
And it's playing out. It's a plan that's playing out.
God, these are the worst people to ever run this country. Okay? You can't compare them to Hitler and Stalin and Mao yet. But the worst people to have ever been in charge of this nation.
Easily.
By far. Yeah. I thought Jimmy Carter was bad. Mm-hmm. I thought that LBJ was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look back in history, of course, Woodrow Wilson, we all know what he did and how bad he was. These people are worse.
Yeah, well, and you got the opportunity to kind of alleviate some of the logjam there at the ports, but Mr. Joe Biden, with his enjoyment of unions, is...
he won't automate the ports.
Right.
Yeah. So we got more supply chain problems.
Good stuff.
Because
over 100
of his
plus.
agenda.
I saw a thing yesterday, over 100 ships now sitting out there off the coast of California.
Yeah.
That's what we're up to.
Wow.
200,000 containers or, big rig tractor-trailer beds and over 100 ships. Good stuff, yeah.
Really good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you seen that guy who impersonates Trump really well? Oh, we're not going to have time here. Yeah.
How long is it?
It's 30 seconds.
We got that.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
I love this.
Well, here we are in the supermarket. We're standing here with the bare shelves. Look at it. There's absolutely nothing here. The shelves are bare. It's empty. It's empty like Sleepy Joe's brain when you think about it. There's absolutely nothing on the shelf. Look at it. Bare shelves all over the place. They say we're building back better, and yet we have nothing in the supermarkets. We're standing with the bare shelves. Bare shelves, Biden, okay? Empty shelves, Joe. It's a disgrace, believe me.
Pretty good.
Bare shelves, Biden, or empty shelf, Joe. What do you think? What do you like better? Which one are we going to go?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I like it.
I do like alliteration.
I like that guy.
So yeah, he's good stuff. Yeah, he's fun.
Bare shelves, Biden.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah, I like that. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We've got Jeffy, who's coming up to chew the fat with us. We'll do that next.
Is it going to be good stuff, Jeffy? Jeffy? He says good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be completely unusual. Right?
Oh, no.
This will be a first.
Oh, no.
I'm excited. Yes. That's it? Really? Again? Pat Gray is here. And? So? What does that mean to you?
Wow.
Yeah, apparently nothing. 888-900-3393. Got some tweets here. Troy Vicker. Which hits zero first? Biden's approval rating or the vaccine efficacy? Good question. Jeffy Fish Star tweets, if you were to ask people whether they preferred cockroaches or Congress, you'd still get about 5% that said, I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah, you would. Aaron Grenade tweets, if pro is the opposite of con, does that mean the opposite of progress is Congress? See? They did there.
Yes.
Let's see.
Good.
See what they
That was funny. I like it.
Yeah, it was good. It's funny. The audience liked it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they really did. It took them a minute to kind of kick in.
Yeah.
But
I thought there was going to be another rim shot.
Yeah, but eventually they got it.
They wanted to be polite. Give you some space.
All right. You know what it is? It's that time. Again.
All right.
That time of the week.
Best time of the week.
Where...
Oh, it's just saying.
Yeah, best time of the week.
That's what I said. Yeah,
best time.
It's the happiest time.
I mean, that's what people are saying.
Okay, give us some names. Who are the people?
Bill.
Where's Bill said that?
Where's Bill?
Yeah.
Here's Chewing the Fat with Jeffy. Right after this high note.
Yeah. This is good. I stand corrected. It's so good. Okay. You good? It just doesn't.
All right. What do you got for us?
No, it doesn't. Thank you to President Biden. Thank you.
He's phenomenal.
Congratulations also are in order to Dr. Rachel Levin, who becomes the nation's...
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, congratulations.
Finally. How long have we been clamoring for the nation's
first
transgender
four-star
admiral? How long have we said? Why isn't there a transgender four-star admiral?
Well,
why?
now there is.
Now there is.
And
look at the most beautiful one we've ever had.
United States
Look how lovely
Public
she is.
Health Service
So
Commission
beautiful.
Corps.
I do love a man in uniform. Woman in uniform.
Congratulations.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Yeah.
It is
Thank
ma'am.
you.
We got it. Right.
Thank you.
Point
So,
of personal privilege.
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
now it's customary that the appointed commissioned Corps officers.
Wait, did you see the one with Joe sniffing her hair? That's kind of fun.
That is.
Can't resist. Look at it.
All right, go ahead.
They usually must complete a 2-week officer basic training course to get this. I don't know if Rachel has gone through that or not yet. So,
Did you see the ceremony yesterday, the swearing in?
oh no, darn.
Now,
No,
I don't know how much of this you want to show, but I do need to make the point that someone pointed out a long time ago that young Rachel still hasn't learned. Just play the swearing in of young
Place your
Rachel.
hand on the Constitution.
Feet still
Raise your
apart
right
like
hand
a
and
dude.
repeat after me.
Feet
I
still
state
apart.
your name.
I,
like a dude.
Rachel L. Levine,
Having been appointed an officer in the
Yeah.
Commissioned Corps of the U.S. Public Health Service.
Over there.
having been appointed
Oh,
an
the other lady's
officer
got
Oh, yeah, I
one
see
in the
that.
Commissioned Corps of the U.S. Public Health Service.
In the grade of Admiral.
All right,
In the
enough.
grade of Admiral.
Yeah, we
In the
got
grade
it.
of Admiral.
Congratulations.
That's great.
Yeah,
congratulations
for the
to them.
United States Public Health Service.
Them, they, their
An admiral?
pronouns.
An admiral. Admiral.
Wow.
4-star.
Four
Star.
stars. Woo.
Yeah. Add another name to the known for one name list. Kanye, now Ye. The judge approved the rapper's petition to change the name to Ye with no middle or last name. Remember, he filed the petition back in August saying he wanted to legally change his name to Ye for personal reasons.
Yay!
For
I don't
Ye.
care what you call him. That man would have been 100 times better president than Joe Biden.
Absolutely. So move over Adele, Madonna, Cher, Bono, Sting, maybe a couple of hyphenateds, Ice-T, Jay-Z. You now have Ye.
Yay.
Prince,
On the list.
the symbol.
Prince, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty out there. It's good. It's a good deal. I don't know. Britney, really. I was thinking about this yesterday. Britney Spears. I know it's Britney Spears, but really, it's Britney.
Yeah, Britney's enough. You know who you're talking about when you say Britney.
Absolutely. That's a one name.
Yeah, the Little Chipmunks.
Yes, that's exactly.
Oh, there's another one?
No word as to why Ye was spotted meeting again with former Trump fixer Michael Cohen for coffee on the Upper East Side in NYC. But West was wearing the same strange prosthetic mask he'd been seen wearing at JFK Airport a day earlier. We're just getting together, Cohen said. And I met with Ye at the same location earlier this past month. And
what?
The purpose of the mask is so that people would not recognize him. But for the first 10 minutes or so, I mean, he didn't wear the mask, apparently. And he was mobbed by people who wanted photos and to say hello. So I guess he still wanted to get some of that anonymity. So he put the mask back on. And they said, another guy that was at the meeting, the CEO of 5WPR, said that, look, he was wearing the mask most of the time. He wear it so he could walk around freely. There's no security. He's just wandering the streets with his mask. So seems like Ye is handling the divorce well. No problem.
What's he doing with Cohen, though?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
They were talking about, according to the report, they were talking about real estate. So I don't know.
I wonder if he's turned on Trump now. Has he?
I don't know.
Because Cohen now is a big anti-Trump guy.
I know.
So maybe Ye is going to run for president in 2024.
Maybe.
Would that be considered real estate?
1600. I want to get a good tour of 1600 Pennsylvania if I could.
I mean, he's selling the ranch in Wyoming. He's selling all the warehouses in Wyoming. He bought
Kim got the $60 million home in L.A.
Yeah, but he bought another 55 million place down in Malibu, so he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
I actually was not worried about him, frankly.
No, but I mean, I was just saying.
Maybe I should have been, but really wasn't as worried as maybe I should be about Kanye.
Okay. Yay. Whoa.
Yeezy.
Do not dead name him anymore. Yeah, Yeezy. Mm-hmm. People thought that should be the new name, but no, it's Yay.
Yay.
Good news also for those of you that have been disappointed with TikTok and Instagram and Facebook blocking classic works of art just because they're nude. Everything like such as the photograph of the nude figurine that's 25,000 years old that Facebook blocked and wouldn't let you put up. Well, now we have a new OnlyFans account from Vienna's tourism board to display nude artwork. So you're good to go. We got under the heading.
Wait a minute.
So you're good.
You have to pay for OnlyFans, yes?
Yeah.
So people have to pay to see the artwork in Vienna now?
Yeah.
On their phone. What a dumb word.
Nothing's free, you idiots.
No way.
Thank you.
Who's paying for this?
Thank you.
Not a chance.
I think you mentioned earlier this week that the NYC Public Design Commission voted to remove the 7-foot Thomas Jefferson statue.
Yes.
Before the end of the year.
Right.
I mean, it's only been in New York City Hall since 1834.
Yeah.
Right?
Like 187 years.
The commission still doesn't know where it's going to end up, but they're going to continue to debate that, where it's going to end up. But Assemblyman Charles Barron and his wife, who have been working to get the statue removed, he said, when we remove this statue, we're making a step in the right direction for erasing honoring of those who murdered and raped us.
Damn it.
And his wife,
I'm so tired of it.
Councilman
I can't take
Barron, said, we're not being revisionist. We're not waging a war on history.
Yes, you are.
We're saying that we want to make sure that the total story is told. Do you, Councilwoman? Do you?
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't want the total story. They've already gotten the total story.
If they wanted the total story, the statue could still be up.
Nobody ever hid the fact that Thomas Jefferson owned slaves. No one. I was taught that in first grade. Come on. So I guess, what is this? The removal of founding statues, is that Foundersphobia? Because if you were to remove a statue of a trans person, that would be transphobia. We'd be afraid of trans people. Are you afraid of the founders?
Foundersphobia. I like it.
The answer is yes, of course.
Absolutely.
And we need to start accusing them of phobia all the time, because that's what it's always homophobia, Islamophobia, transphobia. Shut up, I'm not afraid of any of them.
Yeah. They try to find they try to find any flaw they can with a hero or somebody that's done good for Western society. They try to magnify it to the point where it becomes nuclear, so that you won't end up falling in love with these people as individuals and recognizing them for all of their tremendous accomplishments beyond.
Because we had leaders who were really praiseworthy in the beginning of this country, and we don't now. They have to besmirch our leaders of the past because we revere them. And they don't want that. They can't have that.
It's the same concept with what we said earlier, the third worldification of America. Bring America down to the rest of the world that sucks instead of lifting everybody up. We got to pull the founders down to
this level.
Crap.
Yep, to the level of the Bidens of the world.
Well, since we're taking down the Thomas Jefferson statue, at the same time down on Wall Street, we have a 7-foot-tall bronze statue of the Cincinnati Zoo gorilla Harambe, killed in 2016. The gorilla was installed facing off against Wall Street's charging bull, drawing crowds and spurring many retail investors who, according to this story, often refer to themselves as apes, to take this as a sign that meme stock's time to shine, whatever that means. The pop-up installation by Sapien Network, or Sapien.network, a social networking platform under development that is dedicated to putting the needs and welfare of human beings first, also piled 10,000 bananas beneath the iconic bronze bovine to signify Wall Street has gone bananas. The purpose of the protest. The purpose of the protest, however, is to highlight how out of touch Wall Street has become to the needs of everyday people, and to challenge the street's uncompassionate capitalism. As a symbol of the outrageous disparity in wealth between the 1% and everyone else. Now, the bananas, of course, are going to be donated to local food banks and community fridges to make a point about that.
After they've been sitting out in the hot sun for 5 days.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Because we've seen...
No, thank you.
We've seen the city of New York go and confiscate a woman's fruits and vegetables that were, in a place without a permit. So those bananas are scofflaws, quite frankly, and we need to dump them.
Now, the Sapien Network, Sapien.network co-founders said they used the symbol of Harambe to represent the millions who struggle under a U.S. capitalist system. But wait, there's more. A towering statue of a woman's head with her index finger pressing on her lips now faces lower Manhattan along the Hudson River, inviting the chaotic metropolis to stop and listen.
Wait, what?
That's right. The water, when it moves, makes a special sound. Very special, said the Barcelona-based artist.
Wait, what?
The message of his 80-foot water's soul is to keep silent and listen to the profound noise of the water talking to us.
Wait, where is this?
It is...
is that really there?
It's in...
That's not photoshopped?
Yeah, no, it's really there. Yeah, it's in Jersey City's Newport waterfront and stands directly across from Greenwich Village.
My gosh.
Which is about 4 miles upstream from the Statue of Liberty. But hey, let's take down that Thomas Jefferson statue.
Right.
Let's do that.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible. I've never heard of that. You believe that went up with nobody knowing about it?
I know. Hashtag save head, shave head. Save human. I got to get it right. Hashtag shave head, save human. I'm raising money for our rescue to help put an end to modern day human slavery. So I'm going to shave my head live on Facebook and Instagram a month from now.
Okay.
So you can donate and help reach the goal. $6,000 is the goal. It pays for legal documents, medical, travel to home country, food, water, lodging, transportation, and educational training for 1 year for a survivor.
Hold on. What's the date that you're going to be shaving your head?
Friday the 19th.
Friday the 19th of November. So good. So you will still be able to go on Halloween as Benjamin Franklin.
Yes. I'll still be able to go as Benjamin Franklin. No problem. Of course, you can hear more about it on my daily podcast, Chewing the Fat, which you should be a subscriber to.
Are you going to leave your hair off once you shave it?
I don't know. I mean, apparently...
what little there is?
Maybe this is long. It's getting long.
Well, yeah, you get it long in the back. A cute little mullet.
It's not
the receding hairline.
It's not quite Mike Gundy length, Oklahoma
Not
State.
quite.
No, it's not. It's getting there. What time? We got time for this? Yeah. It's been reported that Northwestern University engineers have created an electronic microchip with the capability of flight about the size of a grain of sand. The new flying microchip, or the microflyer, it just goes right there on the tip of your finger. I have one right there. Oh, there it goes. Now it's gone. It's like a maple tree's propeller seed and spins like a helicopter through the air toward the ground. And apparently, by studying maple trees and other types of wind-dispersed seeds, the engineers optimized the microflyer's aerodynamics to ensure that when dropped at high elevation, falls at slow velocity in controlled manner. It stabilizes its flight, ensures dispersal over a broad area, and increases the amount of time it interacts with the air, so they're able to monitor air pollution and airborne disease. And no word yet if you get one in your eye or your kid swallows it, but we'll see what happens. And I'd like to also point out, dear Northwestern University engineers, perhaps you want us to believe you missed the documentary Twister from 1996, but they created sensors with wings like this to study tornadoes and optimized aerodynamics to ensure behavior that stabilized flight as well, using soda cans and their sensors. So just a little credit to Twister. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sure that those little devices won't be used for any nefarious purposes whatsoever.
No. I mean, they didn't say that they have cameras on them yet, but that would be awesome.
Well, there's a story.
I could be a huge fan of that.
I don't know if it's still over here, but it was like a little speck on a pinky of a camera.
Yeah.
That's bad things coming.
Why would that be bad things? You'd be able to monitor the
be able to monitor the air pollution and not,
and other things. You could monitor other things.
You couldn't monitor inside
Absolutely.
people's homes to see if they're following or businesses. No, you couldn't do it.
I mean, I could never see subscribing to an OnlyFans account of the microflyers, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You're already working on that, all right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, wheels are turning over there.
Yes, I am.
By the way, Brad Meltzer is going to join us today to talk about his latest stuff. Coming up on Pat Gray Unleashed. Brad Meltzer is about to join us. He's, of course, author of the I Am series of children's books. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Ben Franklin, Anne Frank, Lucille Ball. So many great books in this series. And his latest is I Am Oprah Winfrey? Let's welcome Brad Meltzer to the place. Hey, Brad. Thanks for joining us.
I love you, brother. I was so excited to talk. I knew, I was like, he's going to give me grief for this.
Yeah. You probably saw that coming. Why Oprah Winfrey?
Tell us.
So here's the thing, and I will tell you, when someone said, hey, how about, we always listen to like various suggestions kids give. And when kids come for the I Am books, by the way, they don't give suggestions. They put little demand letters on your desk when you're signing. They're like little terrorists, and they demand what they want. And I was like, I saw a bunch for Oprah. The truth is, as you know, and you've been supportive of these books from the start, I love you for it. The books are designed to give your kids better heroes to look up to, heroes of kindness, compassion, and that thing, character, that thing we've really lost in America today. This character. It's just, it seems to be something that we're chasing. And I always look at these books as a way to give my kids these things. So I look at what my kids need. I am Amelia Earhart, taught her to be daring and to persevere. I am Abraham Lincoln, taught my daughter and my sons to look out for others. And I looked around at my kids over the past year and a half, and they're anxious. They're really anxious. And they're, self-judging. They read our anxiety. We're all in an age of anxiety. And I realized we needed to do our first book about self-acceptance and self-love. And the other thing is I wanted my daughter to have a female businesswoman. And I was like, I got to find a good female businesswoman. So obviously there's no politics in the book. I don't care, that's never what the books are about.
Yeah.
But what I did find was this story about Oprah. And this is what won me over. Is when Oprah was a little girl that she didn't like her look so much. She used to sleep with a clothespin on her nose because she wanted to shrink the size of her nose.
Oh, man.
And as she gets older, she's told that she's too heavy, She's overweight. They tell her hair's the wrong style. Her skin is too dark. And they even tell her she cares too much about people. And what happens is she cut one of her early stories. She's covering a family whose house burns down. And again, start of her career. We don't, we spend almost no time on the majority of the book is not about her fame and fortune, but how she started. And when the house burns down for this family, Oprah goes back the next day without the cameras and brings blankets to the family. And the person who's running her station screams there and says, "What are you doing? You can't be part of the story." And she's like, "The story? What about being a good human being? And I want my daughter to know, and I want my sons to know that Oprah spends her whole life being taught that she's the wrong size, that she cares too much, and there's no such thing. The only person you ever have to be is yourself, and that's the best gift you can give to yourself." And that's what I Am Oprah Winfrey is about. It's giving kids that moment of self-acceptance where, they can say, you know what, however you are right now, it's okay. Because I feel like right now that's where our kids are really struggling. They're going through Facebook, they're going through Instagram, they're just seeing how much, every day everyone's lives is better than their own. And our kids have this anxiety and self-doubt that we really got to push back and say, you know what, you're enough right now how you are.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know she's done some extraordinary things in her life, and of course we don't agree with her politically. But I've met her several times, and she's really a nice person and a good person, and like you said, a caring person, and so a really good example for kids. So that's great.
And listen, we never do politics in the book. It doesn't make any sense. What really won me over is she is, we all kind of, when someone reaches the top, we tend to love to pick them apart. But when she reaches the top, she becomes, I didn't know this, she's the number one black philanthropist in history. And
oh, wow.
And her donations now, so many of them will never know where they go because she gives them anonymously. And all these people that give their names and put their names on everything and say, look at me. The fact that her donations go anonymously is, to me, the sign of something. I wish my kids had that humility. Humility. Remember when humility was a great American value?
Yeah.
It's not. It's gone, right?
Yeah,
we have to bring it back again and show our kids examples of that. So that's what I Am Oprah Winfrey as a book is for.
Now, when they buy the book, does every kid get a new car like they would in Oprah's audience?
Let me tell you something. I was literally, I said to my publisher, I just want to go out and say, you get a book. She's like, if you do that, I'll kill you. She's like, I will physically climb through the Zoom thing. We're doing an event tonight, and she's like, do not say that in any book signings because people will take you seriously.
So has Oprah had you on? Are you?
No, no. The funny thing is, it's funny when we did it. I Am Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall helped us with the book.
Yeah.
We did I Am Billie Jean King. Billie Jean King spent 2 hours on the phone with me.
Oh, that's cool.
Oprah Winfrey's people, and I hope her, all these people came back with all these comments. She obviously has a team, but she gave us pictures of her childhood and new things about her childhood that I don't think anyone else could know. And we have upcoming, one of the new books is I Am Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has been amazing. So one of the great things that I never thought of when we were doing these books is, just being able to kind of interact with these amazing people. Like, obviously, if I screw up George Washington, what's he going to do to me? Right?
Right.
You screw up Billie Jean King, she's coming to your house with tennis rackets to hit you with it. And so obviously I love the fact that we get to talk to the real people when we can.
So I understand that the books I Am MLK and I Am Rosa Parks were banned by the Pennsylvania School Board. What?
I mean,
why?
Pat, come on. I love this story, right? This is an incredible story. So here's what happens. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, I forget, one of my social media sites, someone DMs me and says, hey, your book, I Am Rosa Parks and I Am Martin Luther King Jr. got banned. And I'm like, that can't be right. It can't be right. Our books are like, everyone knows universally, like, good for kids. And here's what happened. A school board in York, Pennsylvania decided to they had a list of 150, almost 200 books that were good for teaching diversity issues and talking to kids about racism. And it was, books by Malala, Sesame Street, how to talk about racism, and what the school board said was, we want to vet these books first. We want to read them first before we give them to kids, which to me is a good idea. You don't just give any old
that's
book
fine.
to a kid. You got to check them out.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the trick. The fast one they were pulling was this. That was a year ago. 11 and a half months went by, and they never touched the books. These are books that have about 30 pages in them. You can read them in 5 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't ban them. They just froze them.
They froze the list. But over the year, when you freeze a list, the librarians in the school district go, I don't know if I can use them. The teachers start saying, I don't know if I can use them. I don't want to get in trouble. So what starts as a freeze effectively becomes a ban. And I get a call from Fox News, my friends at Fox News, and they're like, Brad, this is obviously wrong. Come on and talk about it. I get a call from CNN. They say, come on and talk about this wrong. When Fox News and CNN agree, you know you screwed up. Right? You know they know in that moment they screwed up. And the best part was they invited me to come and speak at the school board meeting. They were going to have an open comment session about it. I was the first one called on. I read passionately from I Am Rosa Parks. I read the part that says, I am not a famous businesswoman. I'm not a famous scientist. I'm just an ordinary person, and I'm proof that there's no such thing as an ordinary person. And I think I've saved the day. I've read from the book. And after me, all the community starts speaking. Angry mothers who are like, how can you deny our kids these books? It's Dr. King and Rosa Parks, a member of the military. I used to go to this school. I'm embarrassed that this school board would not allow these books to be read. And then the students start speaking, 16, 17-year-olds in passion going, these are books with kids that look like me. And by the time they were done, they were the real heroes that day. The school board unanimously decided to unfreeze the list, to let the ban drop. And, but we should talk about it. The thing that it just makes me crazy is we're going to see this keep happening. And I know everyone loves to scream critical race theory and say, you're trying to indoctrinate my children. But as Fox News realized so quickly when I was talking on there is, you push it too far and you're suddenly book banners. And to me, when you're banning books, you're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history.
No question. Yeah. You've written what? Close to 30 of these now?
So I Am Oprah Winfrey is our 25th book.
25th,
We told our publisher that the 25th anniversary means she has to buy us cars now, but she didn't pull out that.
If you had to choose just one, which one would be your favorite?
So I love I Am Jim Henson and I Am Walt Disney because they teach my youngest son to be creative. I love I Am Abraham Lincoln because they teach you to be a good person. But for me personally, I don't think there's any more important book we've done than I Am Anne Frank. And I think when you look at millennials today who don't know that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust, that don't know basic facts about the Holocaust.
In some way, sometimes they're told that didn't happen. In some cases,
they're told that didn't happen. I mean, I'm sure you saw the case yesterday of the of the school that said if you teach the Holocaust, then you have to teach the other side. You have to teach the Nazi side. I'm like, there's no other side here. Like, there's just has to, we cannot other side Nazis. Really? Like that's just not how it works. And I sadly, the other books are really important for lessons that happened in the past and we can use today. And it's sad that the way anti-Semitism is running right now, it's a lesson we need today. So Anne Frank just became, I read the book with a Holocaust survivor. We did a story time. It's free on our website. You can go, see it. But it's me and him reading it together with someone who lived through the Holocaust. And I don't think there's anything more important from the I Am series that we worked on.
Yeah, and that teaching the other side of the Holocaust thing, that was really close to home. That happened here in Southlake, which is incredible that it would happen in that community.
And listen, what we're seeing, is you're seeing all these school boards and all these parents, because they're home for the pandemic, they are seeing what their kids are studying in a way that they never probably have before. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. You should be involved with your children's school. Don't blame everything on your kid's school. You have a responsibility to your kid. And what they're doing is saying, but I don't like this and I don't like that. And I'm all for anyone using their democratic voice and speaking up. But the problem is that everyone is now backseat driving the teachers. And anyone who has a teacher in their family knows teachers are not trying to indoctrinate your kids. That's the word you'll always hear. They're going to indoctrinate our kids. But that word is designed to make you afraid. If I said to you, you want anyone to indoctrinate your kids? That you go, no, of course not. Who would? But if I said, hey, we want to teach kids to think about some, how it is to have a different experience than your own so we can all maybe get along better, people go, yeah, I'd like that. And it's just a framing. And so I think what we're seeing is when you watch this wedge issue designed to drive us apart and make us hate each other, we eventually get those examples like you just said there where you're getting other sideism for Nazis, where you're getting people who are just like demanding whatever the heck they want because they're pissed and they're worried and they're fearful because the world is such a mess today. But the solution is not to go in and say, you know better than your teacher, your school, your everything else out there, because you just have a feeling that day when you woke up that, maybe we should listen to the other side.
How long before we see the I Am Jeffy book?
We've been working long and hard on that book.
Have you?
Because the inspiration there is, I can't even imagine what you would be inspiring young kids to do.
I'll send you some pictures.
Right before you introduced me, you had the Jeffy's commercial for chewing the fat. And it's literally like the most embarrassing clip you can find of him talking about, sitting on your butt theory. Like, it was, and I was just like, I love you guys. That's the clip you pay for them.
Okay, so what's next in Brad Meltzer's life? You got TV shows, another book coming out. You got a thriller coming out soon.
I love you for that. So we, in February are the next two heroes. You're going to love them. We're doing Malala, and we're doing, I've been waiting to do this forever, Muhammad Ali. It was just so amazing. And so we're doing that. And then in March is the big one. We have the new thriller, first thriller that I've done in almost 4 years. It's my 25th anniversary as a writer.
Nice.
And we're coming out with the lightning rod. And the lightning rod, I would just say she strikes like a mother, man. She is an amazing character, and you'll see who she is. The lightning rod comes in March, and then right after the lightning rod in, I forget, June or September, we're doing I Am Dolly Parton, which I can't wait. It's
so really,
good.
you're doing nothing.
And
you got nothing.
A lot of sitting around.
And then I'm going to take. We're doing I Am Pay, and then I'm going to take a nap. Is what I'm going to do.
I don't blame you. You deserve one. All right, where can people get their hands on all of these, like the I Am series and the thriller books and all things Brad Meltzer?
I love you. You can go to Amazon. You can go to bradmeltzer.com. You can go in any local bookstore. There's great bookstores, of course, everywhere. What I love is that people take, I love that they buy I Am Oprah Winfrey, but I love that they use it and they say, I'll take George Washington, I'll take Rosa Parks, give me Dr. King and Abraham Lincoln. And they build libraries now of real heroes for their kids, their grandkids, their nieces and nephews. In fact, we even started a subscription service so people could get them, and you get 2 a month. They come to your house. So it's been amazing to watch people fight back against the cynicism that they see in America today and show their kids a little bit of light, because I think right now our kids all need a little bit of light.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we'll post these links on Twitter at Pat Unleash so people can find them easy later.
Thanks, Brad. Talk to you again soon.
Love you guys. Thanks
all right,
so much.
You too. Bye. All right. Got to tell you about our sponsor here, who has actually gone to Shark Tank and been there and sold their goods there. It's Moink, and this is just the best meat you can get. It is. The bacon is the best bacon you'll ever taste. The steak is the best steak you'll ever eat.
Bone-in ribeye.
Bone-in ribeyes, man. And you haven't eaten one until you've tried it from Moink. You gotta try the Moink grass-fed, grass-finished beef and lamb. Then they also have pastured pork and chicken, wild-caught Alaskan salmon. These aren't from salmon farms where they live in this little, canal their whole lives. And they're beaten with sticks and whatever they do on the salmon farms.
This salmon beat the bears.
That's right. Right. These are salmon that got past the stinking grizzly bears.
Thank you.
So, actually, they're probably ocean salmon.
I think they are.
Don't
ruin the story.
Yeah, okay. They got past grizzly bears that tried to eat them in the ocean,
but they didn't get past Moink.
Thank you.
Moink was founded by an 8th-generation farmer who was featured on Shark Tank. Host Kevin O'Leary said it's the best bacon he's ever tasted, and we all, of course, agree. So please go to moinkbox.com. Sign up at Moink, M-O-I-N-K, moinkbox.com/unleashed to get a year of bacon for free. And then pick what meats you want delivered with your first box. You can change what you get each month. You can cancel any time. Moink meat is so delicious. You're absolutely going to love it. I do, and you will too. Get Moink right now. Moinkbox.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray returns.
I do.
On the Blaze Radio
I did.
Network.
I am. Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We gave a quick rundown on Monday, Jeffy, when you weren't here, about our college football teams, and it was not a good one. It was not a good weekend for any of the three of us.
No, it was
teams.
not. No, it was not.
Who does Missouri have this weekend?
Well,
I'm already looking forward to the weekend because BYU faces an absolute must-win scenario. They absolutely must
to be
beat
clear,
Washington State. Must. They must, or it's
over. The last
over.
2 games have been must games for them.
But this one really is. This time I mean it.
I mean, 2 losses are going.
Well, I mean,
it's over.
Any kind of special season is over. It can still be a really good season if they win out. If they win out, if they turn out to be 11-2, I'm going to say okay, and they beat Utah. I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to be like, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
you know how many seniors there are on this team? 1. 1 senior on this team.
So you're already looking ahead to next
year. So I'm already looking ahead to next year.
I got it.
Next year,
Yeah, that's exactly
the magic
right.
season is next year.
It's next year, y'all.
When did they go to the Big 12?
The year after next.
Because Baylor welcomed them. Anyway,
2023. Yeah, they did. They gave them a beating that they'll not soon forget. I mean, it was only 38-24, but it was actually it was dominating. I mean, you could tell that they just weren't ready for that game.
I don't understand it either.
I don't get it because they manhandled many other teams this year.
Those last 2 games, they were not ready.
No, they weren't.
Very disappointing.
They weren't. Now, they had some injuries, but you can't, like our coach says, next man up. Well, right. So let's see it.
Yeah.
And we didn't the last 2 games. So
Missouri's got a bye week.
Oh, they do?
Thankfully.
Yeah. Well, we could use one.
Oh,
Jeez.
man.
We could use one.
I mean, we've got no wins in the SEC. We have Vanderbilt and then
They're just not good this year, are they?
Vanderbilt and then Georgia.
Oh, no.
Georgia's going to absolutely freaking destroy Missouri.
We're going to own Georgia. You kidding me?
Mark this. Mark this.
Georgia is, I believe, much better than Alabama this year.
Oh, they're
much better.
Really good.
Yeah, they're really good. This is really incredible. Good. They have 11. No, is it 11? No, it can't be 11. It's 5-star defensive players.
Okay.
More than the entire Pac, or as many as the entire Pac-12 has on all their teams. They've got 5 on defense. Yeah. 5.
I love that.
5-star blue chip defensive players, and I think there's like 11 on the team,
and that's great. I mean, but works
that's
against
unreal.
them now.
That's unreal
because if you're a kid coming up, you're going to want to go to a team where you can play, right?
Yeah.
The argument is you're going to want to go to a team where you can play.
You want to play.
Their argument. Right. Their
argument is you're going to the NFL if you come here.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you're a 4 or a 3-star, we'll develop you into an NFL player.
Absolutely.
And they usually do. So.
Absolutely. And the mistake is really in college, you only need to play a year, maybe 2.
Right.
And then go into the NFL.
Well, look at Zach. He had 1 tremendous year.
I mean, you play college you get beat up in college for 4 or 5 years.
You speak from
a long haul
experience
to the NFL.
on that?
I do. I do.
Huh. You know anybody who was beat up for 4 years?
I do.
Starting?
4.5 years, by the way. Playing wide open, fast offense. So they're playing more plays than a regular offense plays.
And he played for like 11 years.
Yes,
didn't
he did. And then he finally went to the NFL. And
your
it's just
son
1
was
year.
38 years old when he graduated.
Yes,
he got there, though, right? He got there.
He did get there. Yes, he did. He did get there.
I mean, people talk about BYU's age. Your son was like a grandfather by the time he graduated.
He looked like it, too. He was bald. They all thought they called him this old man. It was awesome. It's really funny.
And Nebraska plays who in the Big Ten?
The bye week.
Oh, it's a bye week.
It's a week of mercy for us.
Good.
The 3-5 Huskers who have lost all 5 of their games by 1 score or less. Now let's play a game here.
Have they won in the Big Ten yet?
Yeah. Let's see. Did they win the Northwestern 56-7?
Okay.
That was our moment of glory. Okay, but I want you to play this game with me. Okay, you're 3-5. You got to win 3 of the next 4 to qualify for a bowl. You tell me if this is going to happen. Okay. Purdue, who just beat Iowa.
That's a tough one.
Okay. Purdue looked good
tough one.
too.
Yeah. They did.
Ohio State.
Oh, no.
Okay, at Wisconsin.
Maybe. Wisconsin's not as good as usual.
Maybe. And then Iowa. So you're going to get...
I'm not as high on Iowa.
Okay, but you're going to get...
You could get those 2.
Nebraska's going to get 3 out of those 4? I don't think so.
No, they're not.
No, not 3 out of the 4.
I don't think they are. And if they don't, is Scott Frost going to be fired with another losing season? No? No. Okay.
I'd like to see Dinglewitz go from Missouri, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's done nothing. He's done nothing.
I know it's the second year.
We've got breaking news. Rob has just discovered something. Nebraska apparently going to lose this week to the bye week and fall to 3-6. I don't think that's accurate, man. I don't think that's right.
That's funny.
I mean, it's
really nice, Rob.
Okay, it's possible.
That's nice. I like that.
That's awesome. Sadly, I think Missouri's going to do the same.
Yeah, it might. All right, 888-900-3393. More coming up.
Yes.
Pat Gray is here, and he's unleashed.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
I got some tweets here. Oh, I was wondering who bought our cookies at the big auction. And it was Edwin Del Carpio.
Okay.
Del Carpio. I won the cookies for a year from Kexi at the Mercury Charity Silent Auction last weekend. So it didn't really win them, right?
No, you
bought
bid
them.
on them. Yeah, you bid on them.
Bid on them. How much did they pay? I want to know how much you paid.
Uh-oh.
So call us, Edwin. I want to know. I haven't heard. I asked too, and nobody told me.
I don't know.
Maybe Jeffy or Keith would like me to eat some of these delicious cookies.
Help eat.
Oh, help eat. Oh, yes.
Okay, easy.
Help me eat some of these.
Thank
yeah,
you.
right.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, so
no, they didn't. Edwin, they did not pay for them.
But
they did not pay.
It's a gift. It's his to give.
No.
Yeah.
No, they didn't pay. You did.
What is that?
You were generous and helped the kids. The children. The children. Oh! Edwin helped the children.
Yeah, in a different way than you do.
Children, the 12-year-old boy children.
Yeah.
I helped them too.
No, don't.
I helped the 12-year-old boy children.
Please, no
with
more help.
Jesus juice.
No help.
And sleepovers. And we watch movies.
Sure you do.
I love the children.
Oh! Like the 12-year-old boy children. So anyway, thank you. And by the way, if you'd like to get some Kexi cookies, you don't have to pay probably as much as Edwin did. But we've got some incredible fall cookies that are really, really delicious. We have this cinnamon roll cookie that is incredible. It's incredible. Kexi.com if you want to try them out. Yeah, don't be looking for them. They're not here.
Some of you are going to
they
pull
are
them out.
not here.
I thought you were going to pull them out and
they're
say,
not
"We
here.
have these incredible flavors.
But you can go to Kexi.com and order some. If you want.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Is that possible?
It is possible. It is possible.
So if I order from Kexi, right, and you'll make the delivery, right?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll
Right?
show up right at your door with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
So
keep
is-
watching for them.
Is there a road between my house and Kexi, just not between my
Yes.
house and your house?
Yes, that's the case. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to
Stand
Kexi,
out there and wait. Yeah, just stand out and wait. I'll drive right up, hand them to you personally.
I'll have the camera rolling, and we'll be sure to tweet that out.
In the beginning, I did that a few times.
I know.
It was fun. It was really
I have
fun.
seen official photographs of those deliveries being made.
Yep, those photographs exist somewhere out there. We got from Bill Mays Deer. Bill Mays Deer? Wait, is that Mays or Mayo? I don't know. I can't tell. I am really surprised you guys have not talked about the irony of Rage Against the Machine requiring Vax cards to enter their concerts.
I love it.
mean,
yeah, they're raging against the machine while they're caving into the machine.
I mean, we have talked about what happened to the rock and roll, what happened to music.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be cave into the machine.
Yeah, no kidding.
Change their stinking name now. Right. Nobody's doing protest songs.
Right.
Well, except for
a handful.
Anybody with the name 5, with the word 5 in their name.
Right.
Yeah, I think that is a new rule.
It is a new rule. Yeah. 5 times August.
5 times August. 5
for fighting.
5 for fighting. 5 finger death punch.
Finger death punch.
Love those.
Niner. And no, wait, no,
No,
it's a fiver.
All right. So
that is awesome,
it's
though,
a
these
rule.
Dingleberries Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, come on.
Shut up.
Jeez. Yeah, what sellouts? What absolute sellouts? Why don't you do Barry Manilow music? Huh? Why don't you do that now, too?
Oh my gosh.
Air Supply. Maybe you could sing old Air Supply songs.
Oh, I want light rock favorites from the 80s.
Rage Against the Machine.
Covered by Rage Against the
Chris
Machine.
DeBerg.
Yes.
Lady in Red. I want to hear Lady in Red from Rage Against the Machine now.
Rage Against the Machine does Enya.
Enya.
Yes.
Whitney Houston. DeBarge.
It'd
be great. Oh, no, I know.
Wait, what do you mean?
DeBarge. That's
What's wrong with
a whole
DeBarge?
different category.
What do you mean messing? Paying homage via Rage.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Here's how ridiculous things have gotten. They are now vaccinating skunks.
Oh, so they can go to the
Why
Rage
is that
Against the Machine
ridiculous?
concert.
Yes.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because they're skunks.
He just said it.
Don't sniff them.
Don't sniff them. All right. Look at this video.
There's no video. Oh, there is.
There is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I mean, come on now.
They're vaccinating animals all over the country at zoos.
Skunks. Why isn't the skunk fighting back? Right
Acidine.
now? Yeah. He should be doing his little skunk pee dance on
How
him.
many skunks died after getting the vaccine?
Yeah,
but they would have died anyway. It had nothing to do with the vaccine. Just want to make that clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
just
you.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you. We just lost one of the big snow tigers or something to COVID.
We did?
Yeah.
A snow tiger died from COVID?
Yeah. There's animals getting sick with COVID in the zoos around the world.
I don't want that.
And they just killed a bunch of, what was it, the minks in Europe?
Why?
Yeah.
COVID-19,
okay.
coronavirus.
Can I just say, when I see a video like that, I just think these pharmaceutical companies, which I guess...
It is a different vaccine.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
but so nobody's making money off of it?
It is different?
They're not seeing this happening, these contracts with zoos and just laughing, just howling with laughter. Oh my gosh, they're putting this in these animals. This is awesome. And the stock price just goes up and up.
I'll give you that, but it is a different mix, yeah.
Is it? Oh, now you can mix and match, I hear. Oh, that's
For the
neat.
boosters.
Okay.
For the boosters, you can mix and match. Now, they claim that the Moderna is still the best for the boosters, but if you didn't, they don't. It doesn't matter if you had the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, that's
you can
great.
get the Pfizer.
You're going to get the
Moderna,
booster
whatever.
too when it comes time?
Well, I had that question. Now, if someone is, double vaccinated, since the boosters are now available, are you vaccinated at all?
Does anybody...
Unless you've got the booster now? I don't think so.
Corby...
It doesn't count.
Honestly, does anybody remember
I don't know.
what it's called when you were a kid and you'd go up to the little Coke machine, right? And you'd mix them all up. Do you remember what that was called? No.
Stealing?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish... Where's Rob's microphone? Why did they take Rob's microphone away? Exactly. They called it, I want a suicide drink. And you'd go up and you'd mix and match.
Mm-hmm.
Just ironic little fun tidbit there for you.
That is ironic. Isn't that ironic? Some irony there.
Don't you think?
But you weren't committing suicide.
Oh, shut up. Get out. All right. What else you got over there?
Damn.
What else you got over there in the world of vaccine fun?
Some people are standing up to it, though. In-N-Out Burger. One of their locations was forced to shut down because employees refused to check vaccination status of the customers that came in. They said, look, we're not going to be COVID police.
Thank you.
We're not going to do that.
Thank you.
And so they got shut down for it. Wow. But they, was this their CEO that said,
yeah,
this is clear government overreach?
Thank you.
Yeah,
boy, I'm hungry for an In-N-Out burger all of a sudden.
Me too.
And that's probably California. I mean, they're In-N-Out, right? In-N-Out's California, so
you mean based there?
Government? Yeah, I mean government overreach.
Yeah,
got to be something.
Yeah, because they're used to a lot of government.
There's a lot of reaching going on in California.
And he said he refuses to force employees to be vaccination police for any government. Any government. That's so great.
Yeah, based in Irvine, California.
That's amazing.
They need to move. They need to move their headquarters to
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. Seattle Fire and Police discharged for non-compliance with the vaccine mandate.
Yeah.
Turned in their boots at City Hall. Here's a look at that going on.
There we go.
People just taking a stand all over the country.
God bless them. This cannot be easy for
No.
anyone
Are you
to
kidding
decide.
me?
Look at this
Right.
guy's even got a little
One guy's
baby.
turning in his kid.
Right? What is this?
What the heck is
it's
going
not an
on?
adoption center, bro. It's for your boots.
If I'd known I could do that, I'm turning mine in too.
Wait, what?
Might be a little late for that.
I know.
Yeah, might be a little late.
I mean, this is happening all across America. But
Jeez, we saw your kids at that event. They're fully grown people now.
I know.
Good golly, what happened there?
I don't know.
It took my eye off them for 2 years, and now they're fully grown adults.
I know. That's incredible.
Grown-ass adults.
Grown-ass adults.
As the saying goes.
That's what the saying is.
That's what the saying is.
Oh, what was that last week? I forgot.
Was it one of the NBA players?
Grown-ass man.
No, it was because they said it was a grown-ass city or something.
I don't know, but somebody
like
tweeted out that I love that great-ass show or something like that, talking about your show.
Yeah. You got to put it in there.
It really emphasizes the
put
point,
it in
you
there.
know?
It does. It just does.
But hey, it's nice to see not only people standing up like these firefighters in Seattle, In-N-Out Burger CEO defending his employees from getting these mandates, but now, Delta said, we're not going to impose it. Southwest Airlines saying, okay, we were just kidding.
Southwest caved.
Yeah, we're not going to go with the unpaid
Well, Delta's
leave.
been on top. I mean, Delta's pretty strong anyway. They've been really strong on their employees to get vaccinated anyway. And they have, and those employees have come along. So, their stand up to the government mandate is a cute little stand up.
You're right, because isn't Delta the ones that said, yeah, and your health premiums are going to be higher now?
Yeah, I mean, but the health premium thing, health companies have been doing that for years.
For the COVID-19 vaccine?
No, but they charge you more if you're, if you don't go to the gym, if you smoke.
No, they don't.
If
No,
you're
you get a
overweight.
discount if you go to the gym, and they charge you more if you smoke. Okay, so there's a benefit for good behavior, and there's a penalty for risky behavior. But this crap here with this unproven vaccine that didn't exist a year ago, now we're punishing people monetarily through their paychecks. Screw that.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Smoke it.
Get another insurance company.
He smacked you down.
Yeah, and if you smoke it, then they'll charge you more for that.
That was a smackdown right there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's good though that these skunks at the zoo, at least their premiums aren't going to go up.
Yes, right. The skunks at the zoo aren't going to pass it along to their neighbors. Well,
No,
they might
they
if they
might.
don't wear their mask.
Correct.
Let's see if the skunks wear their masks, because you got to do that too, right?
It's a pandemic of the unvaccinated skunks.
Are they going to mask the animals too? Because I'd like to see that happen. I'd like to see that
No,
happen.
you wouldn't, because we've had videos of that. The lady walking her dog.
Yeah.
And they sell them on Amazon, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Meanwhile, OSHA doesn't want to discourage people from getting vaccinated, so it's just going to bar the reporting of adverse reactions now.
Oh, good. So it's like it never happened.
Yeah. Are adverse reactions to the COVID-19 recordable on the OSHA record-keeping log?
Oh, what does the answer say?
OSHA will not enforce 29 CFR 1904's recording requirements to require any employees to record worker side effects from COVID-19 vaccination at least through May 2022.
Wow.
Okay, well then it just didn't happen if you didn't record it. Am I right?
That's right.
If you don't record it, it did not happen.
So what's going to happen is...
I thought we weren't keeping track of the deaths and the breakthrough deaths too, right? Those numbers weren't being saved either. But I read a story yesterday that showed said a number of the breakthrough deaths, and I thought, and it was like 7,000 or something like that, and I thought, well, that seems low, but I was really surprised that they were reporting that, because I thought those numbers.
It's going to be
were all
fascinating
gone
when
away
you see
too.
the death charts and the adverse reaction charts, and it's like, oh my gosh, look, it got so much better. That's because we're
not
reporting.
Right.
Yeah.
Either that or it's just
Yeah.
more safe now. That must be what it is.
And so what happens now, though, really? I mean, with, say, those firefighters who were, walking their boots or their kids to turn in, that because they're not vaccinated. I mean, do we just hire them as a private fire department for cities now?
Yes.
And the cities just have their own
That'd be a good idea, actually.
Neighborhoods have their own private fire departments, own private police department.
It's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying
then they have a job.
We need hospitals where the unvaxxed are allowed to be treated.
Because I joked around on Chewing the Fat about, unvaxxed air. I mean, that's just what's going to happen.
This is medical apartheid. That's all it is.
Well, what's happening is we're splitting apart as a people. We're just splitting apart.
I know.
Down social issue divisions, political issue divisions. We've got now this medical issue division. Right. And so maybe at some point we just do. Okay, everybody who doesn't want to be vaccinated, come to Texas.
Yeah, we get Texas and Montana. You guys can have New York and California.
Or maybe we just start a country with something called a constitution.
Yeah, freedom.
Maybe we just write a constitution.
Liberty. What would that be like?
People today would never go for that.
These truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by
You
you know the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. I don't have to tell you about it. You know.
So here's a question: if we break apart, right, and California is on one side, and they're basically the same entity as New York, but they have to fly over us here in the flyover country.
Charge them.
Do we charge? How do we do that?
Right
do we shoot them down? Do we let them?
We tell them
use
not
our airspace?
to violate our airspace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you do, you're going to be shot down.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make them go down through Mexico and
escort
up around.
them.
I like it.
Escort them. I mean, that's what the Soviet Union does. That's
send
what
up
the
the
Russia
Texas
does. That's
Air
what
National
China.
Guard.
That's right.
And you escort them out of our
That's
airspace.
right. You got about 3 minutes to redirect this bad boy.
Yeah.
We give them one flight a day.
Yeah.
Back and forth. That's it.
All right. 888-900-3393. We didn't get to this. Did you see President Trump said that Thomas Jefferson was the main author of the Constitution?
Oh, please don't do this. No. Honey.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's
the thing.
not exactly accurate is the only problem. Yeah.
I mean,
James Madison.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
you're saying Tommy wasn't there?
Gouverneur Morris. No, he wasn't there. Actually, no, he was in France at the time.
You gotta
He was actually
hold
in
on.
France.
You're saying Tommy
at the
didn't have
time.
anything to do with it?
I'm saying he had very little to do with it. They emailed him on a couple of things.
Yeah, they kicked him out of the country
that's what I'm
so
saying.
that he wouldn't have influence over it. And George Mason does not get enough credit for the Bill of Rights.
No, he doesn't. No, he does not. 888-900-3393. We will be back again tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.